grind the mentality. I grind for the feeling. I'm a real ass nigga. These niggas, they counterfeited. Staying true to my religion, they thinking that I'm a Christian. Mama thinking I'm a villain, but I'm expressing my feelings.
Welcome back to the Rich Mentality Podcast. Hey, what's good, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of my individuals who got that rich mentality that's tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Whoever got that rich mentality, I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And even if you don't got the rich mentality, you know, we gonna get there. That's the main point, man. But what's good, man? Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? You know, we just been trying to make it, man. Everything is going copacetic. We growing slowly. You know, I made the TikTok, you know, for the Rich Mentality Podcast. I'm a little late. I definitely, you know, apologize about that, but I'm definitely jumping onto a board, man, because TikTok is a good platform and it's something that I want to be able to reach out to. So if my people on there, man, I want to be on there as well. I want to make sure that we stay connected in any way that we can, man. For the most part, everything is good on my end. We just still building, we still moving forward, we still climaxing, we still getting to the top. You know, everything is still all about success, but not only that, it's about yourself. It's about your self-love. It's about what are you doing to get to the next level, you know, and that's one of the main things. But, you know, one thing that I definitely want to speak about before I get into the main topic of this whole podcast, you know, today's gem of the day, right? I just made this up on the spot. Gem of the day is, right? It's part of the process, you know. I want to say that one more time. It's part of the process. And what I mean by it's part of the process is that, you know, think of it like a pregnancy. You know, when a woman is pregnant, she has no choice but to carry the back pain. She has no choice but to carry that stress. She has no choice but to carry that trauma. She has no choice but to carry every single thing that's going on, including pain, including trauma, including stress, including anything that you want to put into it. She has no choice, all in order to get that baby. Right? The baby is the blessing. The baby is the joy. The baby is the thing that comes after all the, you know, the hardship, you know, triumph. It's that thing that comes after everything that you went through. So with that being said, man, just understand that it's part of the process. Yes, you're going to feel discouraged. Yes, you're going to feel like you're not doing enough. Yes, you're going to feel like you're not getting to the next, you know, point in your life. But the thing is, it's part of the process. And, you know, that's just something that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention, that, yo, it's all a part of the process. Sometimes we get so despondent, you know, stuck in our ways because we're not what we want to be. But sometimes we have to not necessarily wait only, but work while you wait. You know, stay patient. Work, stay patient, and understand that it's gonna come at an appointed time. See, your anointing will align with your appointing, and that's something that I want to, you know, speak about later on. But even more than just only speaking on that, but just letting you guys know that success is for everybody. You just gotta want it. You got to have that patience. You got to have that, you know, that hunger and that ambition inside of yourself, right? So with that being said, man, it's all a part of the process. Keep pushing, keep a rich mentality through everything that you go through. You know, understand that the likes and the views, all of it don't matter, right? I was watching the video sometime like yesterday, man. I'll be honest, you know, I try to study social media. I try to study the game as much as possible. That's one of my tactics for success. But you know, this guy here was like, yeah, you know, I've been posting. I was at the point where I was in my most depressing state. You know, I was posting every day. I was making sure that I put everything out, you know, on social media, and, you know, just explaining how I feel, and, you know, dropping game and countless numbers of educational videos and all these things. And he was saying how depressed he was. And when he explained it, he was speaking about how he posts stuff, and he started noticing he was comparing himself to everyone else. And what happens is, when you compare yourself to everyone else, you start feeling like, man, I'm not doing enough. You start feeling discouraged, because when you post your video, you get 1 like, you get 2 likes, you know, you get 10 views. If that, some people lucky if they get 1 view. And then you look at the other person who posts their video in about 10 minutes. You know, they post a video in about 5 minutes. Yeah, but guess what they got? They got about 20, 30 likes. 500 likes, you know, just in this short amount of time. But what happens is, we should not judge our success to others or compare our success to others. We should compare our success with our success. So if you was, in a certain place last year, you should be judging yourself where you are right now. Did you make any progress? And one of the things that he said was that he realized that he was more happy once he stopped, comparing his success to everyone else's. And I think that when you compare your success to everyone else's, you start feeling like you're not doing enough. You start feeling as if you're not enough. And I think that was one of the things that I wanted to touch on, man. Understand that it's all part of the process, right? And that was just some validation from that brother. So definitely, just understand that your success will come. Long as you keep that rich mentality, long as you stay motivated, long as you keep your ambition ignited, long as you just stand in that position of, I'm gonna keep going regardless. I'm gonna keep going, regardless of whatever going on, because it's gonna be adversity, it's gonna be hardship, it's gonna be things that's happening and you don't even know why it's happening. So with that being said, man, just focus on that success, focus on staying patient and keep faith, in that process, because just realize that it's all part of the process, man, for sure. But I wanted to get into something, and it's exactly what the whole podcast and topic is going to be about today. So what I want to get into is the 7 layers of success. The 7 layers of success. Now this can be subjective. It could be for certain individuals, like you may agree with what I said, you may have your own, but what has worked for myself and what I'm actually, doing, practicing what I'm preaching as well as preaching, this right here works. So this is what I want to say. And this can be in no order, but it's my list, right? So number 1, I want to say start early, right? You want to start early. So that doesn't mean that if you 30 watching this or 40 watching this or 50 watching this, you're too late. No, but start early for you. Start early for you, right? You want a long hill, a long hill. And what I mean by a long hill, as you start early, you want to start in the game, and it should say, number 1, it should be something small. Whether that's an idea, whether that's a product, service, whatever the case is, it should be something small. It should be it should start like a hill, right? Okay. Then number 2, it gets bigger, right? You're gonna see where you start seeing that it's getting bigger, right? And then number 3, it's a no going back point. So it's where you don't dive so far into it to where now you got no choice but to either look back and go back or look forward and go forward. But either way it go, it's a no going back point. And then you should do that particular thing until you get wealthy, right? Until you get wealthy. So it's gonna say, it's gonna be something small on your hill, right? Start off with something small, then it's gonna get bigger. As you continue to put more thought into it, put more finances into it, put more time and energy into it, right? And then you're gonna have a no going back point. You're gonna have a point where you like, man, look, it's no going back. I don't put so much money into this. I don't put so much energy into this, time, ambition, faith, to where it's a no going back point for you, right? And then after that, just keep doing whatever you're doing until you get wealthy. So that's 1. You want to start early. Start early and create that hill, right? So number 2, learn about what you're doing. For me, I would recommend reading. Finding a mentor, a course, right? Intern, videos, right? Like YouTube videos or anything that you're doing that you can find that's credible. You know what I'm saying? Utilize that. Like, you want to make sure that you studying and putting yourself in a position where you can educate yourself, because that's what it's all about. You want to educate yourself. So with that being said, man, learn about whatever you're doing, right? 3, stick with one thing. So once you find whatever it is that you're doing and that you not only love but good at, and it's your calling, it's your purpose, then stick with that one thing, right? You want to be consistent with that one thing, whatever you're doing, but you want to stay consistent with that one thing, right? Number 4, you want to identify your gift. And what I mean by identifying your gift, it's that thing that you do the absolute best, right? It's that thing that you do that people want you to do, and only you. Like when you go to Little Caesars, you can only get Little Caesars pizza. When you go to Pizza Hut, you can only get Pizza Hut pizza, right? When you go to Burger King, you can only get a Whopper from Burger King, right? And no different from McDonald's. If you go to McDonald's, you can only get a Big Mac from McDonald's. So what is it that you do, that people love when you do and they want to come to you to go get it? Like, they got to go through you to get, that particular product or service. Like, what is that? So identify your gift. Your gift is that present to the world. That thing that people come to you for. It's your fruit. It's your fruit. So identify your gift, and that's gonna lead you to what you're doing. So this is all part of the 7 layers of success. So make sure that y'all stay tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Stay with me. So number 5, right? You got to go through any obstacle. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean by going through any obstacle is such as, say if you are a rapper, I'm just using an example. Say you're a rapper and you want to perform at South by Southwest. Like, you want to perform there. You want to perform at the big A3C stage. You want to perform at these places. Well, what I'm saying is go through every obstacle, perform at the local birthday party. Perform at the gym, perform, at your school, perform where you have access to these resources, perform where you have these resources. So what I'm saying is that go through every obstacle. You may be a baker, right? You may be a baker and, you want to bake for the whole world, like Paula Deen, like Martha Stewart. You want to bake for the whole world, right? But you haven't even baked for your home. You haven't even baked for your local neighborhood. You wanna be able to connect with the resources that's around you. You wanna connect to have access to the resources that you are already at. So with that being said, start by local, and not only local, but start with the things that you have access to. Right? Go through every single obstacle, and that's exactly what I mean, right? And not only that, man, it's lessons in every obstacle. It's lessons in everything that you go through. Whether you do take a loss, it's a lesson in that loss, right? Whether you do take a loss, it's a lesson inside that loss. So go through every single obstacle, right? Number 6, for me, you want to create assets. A lot of people don't understand what assets is. See, assets are things that give you a return, right? Assets are things that put you in a better position. Assets are things that benefit you. Now, assets can be people. Assets can be, crypto stocks, cryptocurrency stocks. Assets can be anything. It's anything that makes a return for you and put you in a better position for your future, right? See, you want to set yourself up for success. You want to invest into your future. Make sure that you set yourself up, for success, right? And number 7, man. Number 7, you want to surround yourself with the right individuals. You got to surround yourself with the right individuals. Like, are you sitting at the right tables? Are you networking with the right people, right? Because law of attraction is real, right? Like, you hang around like 7 garbage men, I guarantee you'll probably become the 8th. And it's because you're around it all day. So with that being said, if you're around 7 millionaires, you'll become the 8th millionaire. So with that being said, law of attraction is always in effect, especially when you allowing it to be in effect. So with that being said, man, you want to make sure that you're putting yourself around the right individuals. Let's just do a brief reiteration of all the things that I was saying. So number 1, you want to start early. It should be a hill, right? So when you start your hill early, right? Your hill, it should be a long hill. That small thing should get bigger, right? It should get bigger. And then not only that, you should find your way to a point of not going back. And once you find your way to not going back, do that particular thing until you get wealthy. And I think once you put yourself in that right position, there's no way to fail, right? So that's number 1, man. Learn what you're doing. Stick with one thing. Identify your gifts. You gotta identify your gift. Go through every obstacle. Create those assets for yourself, right? Set yourself up for success, man, and invest into your future. And surround yourself around like-minded individuals. Surround yourself around like-minded individuals, man. Law of attraction is always real, and I want to let y'all know, man, these are my 7 layers of success. I'm not saying this is the only thing. I'm not saying that this is what the only thing that you have. take what works for you. It's certain things that may work for somebody else, more than the other person. It may be something that may not work for someone. But with that being said, understand that you're gonna take what's good for you, right? Like everybody may make a cake different, but the fact that you make a cake that's the similarity that you have with everyone else. So make your own cake, man. Everybody got their own and different set of 7 layers. This is just my 7 layers to success, right? As y'all know, on this podcast, we have a segment, man, to where we talk about, one way to make $1 million. So one way to make $1 million is Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels. Understand that first, you got to have a business account. Like, if you don't got no business account, then we definitely you're not even there on the first step. So go ahead and create you a business account, or switch your personal account to a business account, right? Once you switch your business account, personal to a business account, or create a business account off the rip, now you just got to set it up to be eligible for monetization. Once you set it up to be eligible for monetization, then you'll be able to start creating setting up your bank account so you can receive badges for whenever you go on live. That's one thing, right? That's one thing, and then after you do that, the more views you get for your reels, right? The more views you get for your reels, the more money that they pay you. Now they're paying up to $35,000 a month, but views are not worth as much as they used to be, right? So now for like 84 million views, that's 8,500 a month. But just imagine having more followers, right? This is just on the low end, having more followers, more viewers, and guess how much more money you can make with that. You can make double that, triple that, quadruple that, and that's only one source of income when it comes to the social media, Instagram, Facebook platform. So when you work as an influencer, you're pretty much being able to be put in the position to post content, sponsored by brands, right? Like you ever saw the paid partnership, or when people post certain things because they're actually acting as an influencer influencer. So with that being said, though, even if you're not a major influencer, you can be a micro influencer. You still can make up to 300 plus, at 300 at the minimum, but plus, for being a micro influencer. So with that being said, man, you want to make sure that you putting yourself in position to be utilized as an influencer, whether you micro, whether you're a major, whatever the case is, but act as an influencer, and that can raise that stream of income and put you on the path with making $1 million. Number 2, affiliate marketing, right? Affiliate marketing is when you sell other people's product, sell other people's service. And as an affiliate marketer, you receive a percentage off of the other person's product. So it's a give take here, right? It's a give. You give them the platform, they give you the money, or a percentage of the money of what you sold. So they need your platform, right? And you need their money. And that's exactly how that works. So you want to work as an affiliate marketer. Number 3, you can earn money from the tips and the ads, right? You can earn money from the tips and the ads. As you're earning this money, you're putting yourself in position to make, more money. Whenever you get in these tips, man, you can make, man, per video, just off of one video, man, $1,000 plus. $1,000 plus by receiving tips, depending on how much people like you, and how not even only like you, but how valuable your content is. So people will pay you to create, document, and post content, right? And number 4, sell your own products. And I kind of touched on this in the podcast prior, but sell your own products. As you're selling your own products, you're able to, reach out to multiple people. You're able to reach out and expand on your platform and sell your own products. So say if you have 10,000 followers, and maybe 20% of them actually engage in a $10 product. Well, that's $20,000 already. 2,000 people times a $10 product, that's $20,000. And with that being said, all you have to do is rinse and repeat, and you make that same amount. you'll be on your way to making $1 million. And that's one of the things that I wanted to kind of, lay out to y'all. Lay the foundation out, man. Is all you have to do is rinse and repeat. Find you an avenue, make that money consistently and residually, and you will definitely be on your way to making $1 million, right? Do the math. So with that being said, man, I definitely want to lay that information on y'all. As I stated, if I haven't, really can't remember, but I'll definitely be doing music reviews next week. If you have, man, or if you haven't, drop any gem in the comments, man. Drop any gem in the comments. If you have any other thing to speak about, definitely do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we all come to the hub of Wealthy Minds, aka Rich Mentality, and we drop our gems, whether that's a book, whether that's a course, any educational videos, anything that you got, man. It's all about keeping that rich mentality on this podcast. And like I said, if y'all got any, topics, any things, any other discussions or gems or anything in particular that you would like for me to speak on, allow me to do so, and we'll go forward from there. But with that being said, man, I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. Definitely be sure to check out, all 4 of my books, as well as my clothing line, Fairly Unequal, Rich Mentality, Traumatized by Love, 8 Steps to Self-Publishing a Successful Book, as well as the clothing line, richmentalityattire.com. And I just want to say I appreciate everybody once again. Hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.